Backlog.
jump cuts for the fights. Like,
Zero
Yo
zero
will jump at
dollars.
somebody, right?
Yeah.
And, like, swing his sword, and then
Yeah.
it jump cuts to, like, him, like, with his sword, like, at his side, like, "Wah!" And then boom, the enemy will get, like, react to, like, a hit. And I'm like,
Yep.
"Seriously?
Yep.
This is all you can do?"
Hey guys.
So like, if I were an anime artist, I would just meme about that. Where I'll be like, I would draw like the storyboards and be like, this is what was supposed to happen, but we ran out of money.
Yeah, right.
But like, yeah.
Hey, so hey,
big disappoint.
nobody be mad at me.
I'm already mad at you.
All right, yeah. I mean,
You haven't even said it yet. You haven't even said it yet.
Rightfully so. Hey, I just noticed that the Discord was muted. This whole time.
What?
Yeah.
You are a clown.
I'm sorry.
Wait, we haven't been podcasting?
We have been podcasting, but basically it's just been me.
No sound podcast, just Matt talking to himself.
Just talking to myself.
Oh no!
Because nobody's been in the chat telling me that there was no sound, so.
Oh man.
Well, I guess nobody watches. Damn,
That's a whiff.
Feels bad.
That's a whiff.
All right, do we just call it here and move on to next week?
No.
Oh, that's a whiff.
No, we still got plenty to talk about.
Oh, that's a whiff, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
That's fine, I guess.
We'll do better next time.
I mean, that was a pretty good
mission failed.
Mission failed, yeah.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
We'll get them next time. Shit.
I mean, hey. So,
let's finish up, I guess, but that sucks, bro.
Anyway, Shaman King suck.
Yeah, I believe it.
So I'm sorry, guys. My bad. My bad.
Oh, well.
Happens. I mean, it doesn't
happens surprisingly large amount of times.
I mean, this is the first time it has happened, but now that it's happened, we can say it happened.
I know we had the other time where we had literally no sound whatsoever.
Wait, I mean, I don't know why it muted.
I think we all learned something today. Is what we're gonna.
We learned to check the Discord.
Nope.
I mean, I thought it was fine, and then I scrolled down and I noticed that it was I don't know why it was muted. It just was.
Maybe you had someone in here that you didn't want talking.
Now, see that now you're getting into conspiracy theories, and that's just not right.
The Illuminati,
listen,
bro.
I think sometimes you think I'm trying to slight you when I'm really not.
I don't think I'm trying. What? I don't think you're trying to slight me.
I mean, I feel that way, but
it's the Illuminati. I'm
like
telling you, bro.
sometimes he'll be like, yo, he always makes me quieter than everybody else.
I'm just yanking your chain, dude.
Maybe he makes me louder than everybody else. I don't know. This conspiracy can go both ways.
Right? Yeah. Maybe it's just bad audio mixing. Maybe you should just realize that, okay?
Bad audio mix.
But anyway, did you guys want to get into current events?
Sure. Yeah. Oh fuck. So we are live now though.
We've been live. It's just that the Discord.
Oh, it's just
muted.
been. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Understandable.
We are live now, August.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was asking. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We're all here. Gang is all here.
We're all here.
Gang's all here. Like SpongeBob.
Backlog just sounds like a psychopath talking to himself.
We all float down here. Okay. Cool. Well, now that we've all arrived to the podcast, let's talk about
the second movie was weird.
Current events.
It was.
I liked it though. I still liked it.
A lot of people don't.
I don't think it was as good as the first one. But I mean,
they took more liberties with the second one. A lot more liberties.
They made some weird choices.
I mean, they took out the orgy. That was my biggest disappointment.
First,
I was gonna make that joke, but then I decided against it.
See, but I went and did it for you. There you go.
Thanks, dude. I guess.
See, the trick is not mentioning. The trick is not mentioning it's an orgy of children. That's where you get into the sticking points right there. That's the icky part.
Yeah, but she has to
Yeah,
for
That's the part you don't
reasons.
say.
but
No,
it's
no.
I can't
It's,
actually
um,
Stephen
remember.
King needs to lay off the coke. That was the reason.
I can't remember why, but wasn't it like some kind of like
uh,
magical reason that she had to
Yeah,
do it?
They
it
needed to like
solidified their
forge a
bond,
yeah, they needed to
basically.
forge like a soul bond, and it like made them not children anymore. It was complicated.
I mean, if you're, I
You
guess
jump
if
through a lot of mental hoops to get the child
I,
orgy.
I guess if
a
you
writer.
you just once you
Two
Eiffel
birds and one
Tower,
stone. Yeah.
your innocence is gone.
There's a really great movie though. I always forget the name of it. I want to say it's Once Bitten. It is a vampire movie. I just can't
Oh
remember.
yeah,
what
that's
like,
the
what
Jim
name it
Carrey
is.
one, right?
Okay, so maybe it's not that. But long story short, like, all I know is like the vampire's whole evil plan was to like sacrifice like a bunch of virgins at midnight,
Right.
and like the only way the teenagers win is that they bang in the coffin while the vampires don't know where they are. So the
Oh,
vampires can't sacrifice them because they're not virgins anymore. Oh
Wow.
man,
That's
classic.
one way to get over that trope, I suppose.
Classic. I loved it. The ending of that movie was so
Oh,
fucking
you
funny.
loved it. I see.
I mean, wow, I'm just saying it was
see how
very
Quintessence does things.
entertaining. Yeah, he likes to joke. He's a jokester.
I do.
He got the jokes.
I
He got the
do.
jokes. But
You guys
yeah,
take
no,
your fair share of jabs also, all
we
right?
do. I
we?
mean,
Do we really?
I think he showed up less times than me this season. But I mean, that's the
Ooh,
only.
okay.
What?
I said I think you
Huh?
showed up to the podcast less times than me this season, but that's the only one I got.
Uh, that's weird. I've missed one?
Yeah, I don't think
There's like
August has
two.
missed any.
It was like two.
Was it two?
Well, no, because you canceled last week, and then you missed the week before.
Yeah, I mean,
I
honestly,
said, hey, it's Easter weekend. You guys want to not podcast?
We would have done it though. We were
yeah, we
both
would have done it.
available.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Either way,
Either way.
it all matters.
Well, that
Yo.
one's on me then.
I also
But,
want to tell you guys that I added some voice modulation to the stream.
Can I sound like
Ooh.
Darth Vader? Because that's all I care about.
No, not quite, but I have
Damn.
I have something I planned for the L of the week.
Okay.
Whenever we get to
Okay.
that.
Do we
Alright.
want to let's do one more topic? Yeah, we'll
Alright.
get to that one. But okay. So
You
what's
mean
the
any topics? Let's go.
pretty much. We can go in any order. Let's see.
Pick one. Let's go.
What do we
Let's
wanna
go.
start with?
What do we got? What do we got?
What's the first one that's not L of the week? Because
Uh,
I don't know where the list is.
The L of the week is Ezra Miller.
Well, no, that's
Oh,
no.
so
The
it's-
the other
I
L
thought-
of the week is no. The L of the week.
You know, we
It's
have too many
Netflix.
L's to
We'd already
cover.
picked the Netflix. Yeah, we'd already picked the L of the week. That's Netflix. We'll get to that in a second.
Yep.
Wow,
I did want to
spoiler.
briefly discuss Quintessence's opinion on the fact that Yor from Spy Family is the new hotness that everyone seems to be meme posting about or thirst posting about.
They are
'Cause I
thirst posting pretty hard.
I did see that in the notes.
Who's thirsting pretty hard?
So,
The
a new
webs,
anime for the
streets
season
is talking
premiered. It was
about the
Spy
new anime
Family,
titties.
and the female who is most prominent in it now is named Yor, and she's very popular with the internet.
Oh damn. Is it to the
Yes.
level of
Streets is talking.
the woman from Big Hero 6 for that moment?
It seems to be bigger.
It's bigger. Yeah, it seems bigger.
Whoa.
It's less than Lady D, but more than Aunt Cass.
Yeah, but she has a lot of chance to grow because
Ooh.
she's only been in like 2 episodes so far, or 3 episodes so far. So she has plenty of time to grow into a more iconic thirst character.
It's true. It's true. It depends on how many thirst
This is just the early thirst.
It depends on how many thirst scenes this season of the anime has. Like, have we gotten a shower scene yet? Because that's gonna send
I don't
people
think
to the roof.
so.
It's gonna
But well, Spy Family isn't really like that.
gonna
It's
give
an
people heart
action
attacks.
comedy.
Yes.
It's an action comedy gag show.
Yes.
So like it's unlikely to have any scenes like that.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, like
I
those
said
anime.
unlikely, not impossible.
Yeah, the anime
Unlikely.
fans love the fan service. I'm just
Lubba da
saying.
booba.
They do love the
Indeed.
booba.
Indeed. But yeah.
But
Spy Family is great, by the way.
Is it an
yeah,
anime?
yes, it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to get around to
New-
watching it. It's on my list.
New season
I've been
anime.
seeing all the memes, and it does look entertaining.
Yeah, it's actually really funny.
Also,
I expected to hate the child character, but she's delightful.
Nice, nice.
August, I hate to be that guy too, but if you're gonna take the lead on this current events, you should pull up the Discord and look at.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on the
list.
Discord and I can't find the list. I've posted so much, it just gets buried.
It's literally.
What do you mean? He literally made the list. It's right
I
here.
literally
Okay.
made the
He's
list.
looking
Is
at
this
it.
today at 5:34 a.m.? No,
All
alright,
right.
that was
How
my
about-
post. Okay, hold on.
I'll just take the lead on this one, folks.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, no, it's today at 2:21 p.m. There we go.
Stephen Young
know
announced
the
that
damn-
Invincible 2
Oh my
is
god, that's
doing
not even
voice
the order.
recording.
That is not even
Well,
the
no,
order.
no, we're
said it's-
skipping Netflix and we're coming back to it.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's right about that one.
I
Okay,
thought.
yeah. So
I don't
have
even
any-
think we have an actual order, right?
the order is however you feel. It's
Because,
what
like-
makes you.
Except the okay, so the way it works is I have it from the top to the bottom. That's the order. I specifically
Oh, so you want to do the L of the week first then?
That's how I had it, and then August changed it.
Yeah, because I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't really speaking to me. That's what I'm saying. You gotta just listen.
Because you said so. I'm gonna be nitpicky here.
All right, go
So
ahead.
like you have it listed in this order, right?
Uh-huh.
But then at the top you have it listed in current events, L of the week, and then Netflix.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
The L of the week is Netflix. Yeah.
So
So
let's-
shouldn't current events be first, like the Invincible stuff and the Thor trailer?
I agree with him on that only because the L of the week is like the most chunky topic, and I
Sure.
feel like that should be.
I
at
mean,
the
we
end.
could open with the L of the week. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I like going through like the fluff, and then we'll get to the chunky topic.
All right,
So
sounds
Yeah,
good.
if you think that's the order you wanted to do, that's fine.
Well, I mean,
I'm
so
sorry.
before in the
I'm
future,
sorry I jumped around like that.
it's okay. In the future, if you guys want we can discuss the order of the subjects, and that's I mean, that's like why I
Okay.
post everything beforehand. And usually, like, I'll have things be more cohesive. So, like, you see how like Moon Knight is with Invincible and Thor 4, and even then
Yeah.
it has Ezra Miller. So these are all like superhero related topics that are together. And then you
I
have,
see that.
and then it moves into video games with like GBA emulators, Sega, Evo.
Yeah, I
fighting
was just gonna
games
go
and Snoop Dogg.
Invincible and then Thor.
It's all good.
Yeah,
and
let's
then
just go in
Moon
the. As I said, let's start off where. Quick,
fluff.
We'll
starting off with the Invincible.
Yeah,
and
go
then
with
we'll
Invincible.
circle
It's
back to
fine.
the-
We'll make it work.
Invincible.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. So Stephen Young announced that he is
So
doing his
it's
voice
Steve-
lines for season 2.
So it's just to make sure it's Steven Yeun. It's
Is it
last name's
Yeun?
Korean. Yeah, it's Yeun.
Oh,
YEUN. We misspelled
I've always heard it pronounced Young.
Young. Yeah. Does
My
he
bad.
Maybe
direct
I'm
people?
wrong. Now you got me wondering if I'm wrong. I don't know. I thought it was Yeun, but
Well,
yeah. Well, I'll look it up.
You
Either
actually
way.
spelt it young, but anyway, go on.
Okay. Well, no, I did I?
Yeah, you did.
Damn autocorrect. Okay, that was
Anyway,
autocorrect then.
he's doing his lines, so that means that we are quite a bit away, most likely, from a season 2 of Invincible.
Yes.
However,
everyone
we
here watch
also were
season
notified
1?
that it's been renewed for up to a 3rd season.
Yeah.
So
Now,
that's
did everyone here-
fantastic.
Did everyone here watch season 1?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, just making sure because I wasn't sure. Invincible's real good.
It is. Dummy good.
So what
Amber
do we
sucks.
what do we think? Amber, is she the redhead?
No, Amber is
No,
the
that's Eve.
That was the black chick he dated. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Worst
even though she was
character.
white in the anime in the comic, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, Amber does suck. Fuck Amber.
Yeah, Amber sucks.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, I don't know how closely it's gonna follow the comic. They've already made some deviations.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there'll be many more. And I think some of the
Yeah.
more controversial ones might not go over as well. But I've really liked what they did with season 1 so far. Pretty excited for later on.
But I feel like one of the best changes they actually made in season 1 was
Mhm.
making oh crap, my brain is melting. His dad,
Mhm.
what's his freaking name?
Omni-Man?
Omni-Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Making Omni-Man actually somewhat take damage from like the quote unquote
The
like League
Justice
of
League?
Justice Heroes
Yeah.
peoples, right?
Yeah.
Because in the comic he took 0 damage. It was
Mhm.
just a complete slaughter. So I
Wow.
like that they made them less of like pushovers and they were actually able to push him.
Didn't the comic treat the beginning differently also? Like, didn't they not reveal he was the bad guy right away?
Yeah, not
Like, I know
immediately.
I know the show definitely did, but I'm pretty sure the comic didn't reveal that he was the bad guy like right away.
Yeah, not immediately. They've jumped around a little bit.
Yeah.
So far I feel like the show is being like better like written and more cohesive
Yeah.
than the comic was.
That's been real good. As I said, I just hope they don't shy away from a lot of the darker elements of the comic later on. Like
Yeah.
there's
You
that.
know, yeah,
There's a lot of stuff.
stuff.
I don't want to ruin it for
Yeah,
anyone, so I'm not
there's
gonna say
things and
anything.
stuff that
But
happens.
yeah. Well, I was about to say it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta reel it
No.
in.
Watch
Not
yourself.
Yeah.
everyone's read the comic. Not everyone's read the comic.
There you
But
go.
it's really good. I'm getting better. I'm learning. But yeah, it's real good. If you haven't already seen Invincible, it's on Amazon Prime. If people are ever out there looking for adult superhero stories, um, or superhero stories that aren't afraid to tackle subject matter that's a little bit more advanced than just hero fight bad guy go boom. Invincible's a great story for that. Also a great coming of age story just in general too. Just a solid story, solid comic book. It's been solid TV cartoon so far, and I can't wait to see more.
Yeah,
Do you guys
man.
have anything you want to add to that?
No, not really. We don't basically know anything about it.
Yeah, I try to basically I try to know as little information as possible. But obviously, Stephen Young recording, in the recording booth is pretty exciting. I think the first season was one of my favorite shows of last year, and I can't wait to see what they come up with next. Even though it's pretty much out there, but just fantastic writing overall, and a real treat. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. I kind of stumbled upon it when it was like halfway through the season, and yeah, man, that show kicks ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard from a buddy that watched episode 1. He's like, "Oh my god, the show's amazing. You just have to watch it." And I'm like,
Really good.
Okay, sure, why not?"
Even my brother was like, "Dude, that show's great," and I'm like, "Yup, that show kicks ass." And but yeah, also fuck Amber and yeah, fuck Amber, man.
Yeah,
She
Amber
did.
sucks.
She literally didn't care that the fate of the world. She would rather have everyone die and have things focused on her than she just seems extremely selfish.
Well, I mean, she not know that he was a
No,
superhero?
she
I
knew.
can't remember.
She
Oh, she
she
knew?
admitted to knowing.
She figured it out, and then she was still upset with him for
Yep.
So,
disappearing and not telling her.
so I mean,
Probably just bad
I can
writing.
understand her being mad for not telling her, but the whole disappearing, I'm like, bro, that's his job. Like his
Yeah.
I
job is
mean,
to
she
literally save
also
people's
literally
lives.
wanted him to stay with her instead of
Yeah.
saving the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was putting herself
No, fuck Amber.
above the
Yeah,
world.
no, that's why everyone's on the fuck Amber train.
Fuck
Yeah.
Amber.
Choo choo.
But yeah, no, legit, it's real good.
And then I read
Watch.
some of the comic, and she's a bitch in the comic too.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, she's just double down on bitch.
Um, so
Which is great.
yo, did you guys see the Thor 4 trailer?
We
Yes.
did, and my God, someone's got guns. Someone's looking swole. Someone's looking jacked. Someone's looking like they hit the gym, and
For sure.
of course, we're talking about Natalie Portman, whose no name should now be Swolithy Portman, because my God, she got some pythons now. But yeah, no, it was really cool. I really enjoyed the trailer. Really enjoyed the themes of like, kind of like finding yourself, and self-actualization, and like, now that like, Thor's out there living his own life, not influenced by his parents.
Mhm.
He has to kind of decide what kind of Thor he wants to be. And it looks cool. It looks like it's gonna be a cool story, and like he's trying to define his identity kind of separate from being or having to be, Thor, the Asgardian god of thunder, where he can just be Thor just himself, which I thought is a very cool theme to explore. Very cool how they didn't reveal the villain in any of the trailer. Honestly, I kind of wish more trailers would do that. Like, I'm getting tired of all the trailers for big
Don't
movies.
worry,
Like,
the next trailer will.
yeah, I'm sure it will happen because it's a Marvel movie. And they have to give you a lot of it. But and Marvel's actually pretty good. They're a lot better than other companies about this. But I'm getting so tired of the movie trailers that give away like 70% of the plot in the trailer. So there's like nothing to expect, even when you're going into
Yeah.
the movie fresh. As I said, I think Marvel movies are really good about that, where they'll try not to give away the whole plot, or they'll try to purposely obscure things, or they'll try not to give away relevant plot details.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's cool that the first trailer that we got didn't even have like a villain. It was just kind of about Thor's journey before any of the conflict stuff. Um,
Well, it seems like it's taking a page out of the Thor Unworthy set of comics.
yep, yep. I think I read that.
Yeah, and so it seems like we're gonna have the whole female Thor thing and helping Thor to find himself worthy once more, just like he did in the comics. Although, of course, the Marvel movies always put their own spins and combine like multiple like character
Storylines.
arcs and
Yeah.
stuff
Runs.
like
Yep.
that into one thing. So like we got like elements of the Guardians with Thor when they were like trolling around for a bit, and
Mhm.
then we have the elements of Unworthy, and then of course we're most likely probably gonna like end with the whole reconciliations and stuff like that, and Thor like, yeah, no, I was kind of a dick.
Mm.
Yeah, but
And,
that's the thing. I mean, I feel like the way they wrote Natalie Portman kind of out of it was pretty unceremonious. Like they should have at least given
yeah,
her
that was
more to follow
unlucky.
up. So like I'm hoping we get like maybe like a side story, or I mean we don't have time to get a side story before the movie comes out, but like I would really like a
No.
flashback to give us more context as to why she just dipped.
Um,
'Cause
Yeah. Well,
the way
how
the way
how
they
much do you guys know about female Thor?
I
well
think
what were you saying, Matt? Sorry.
I honestly think that she's a variant. I don't think it's the same character.
You don't think it's actual female Thor? That's
No,
fair.
no, no. I think it's the same character. I just think it's like a different version of her from a different timeline.
Oh,
Like a different dimension,
I could see
like a
that.
multiversal character. Since
To
it's the
just
same
kind of like,
it's the same theme of what's been going on
yeah,
in the rest of
play
the
into the
series.
multiverse of madness.
Yep. I mean, that's pretty much the entire
Makes
theme of
sense.
of this phase of Marvel, for the most part.
Yeah,
Even though they
that's
haven't
true.
done shit with it yet, but I'm still waiting for that.
Um, I I think it is going to be the original Jane, and I think they will kind of follow the comic storyline. I don't know if they're going to follow it through. Like in the original comic storyline, basically, she has cancer. There's
Mhm.
some weird interaction
Yes.
with the hammer, making it worse. Um, I don't know
Well,
if they'll
her
go all
her
the way.
taking up the hammer extends her life so that
Yeah.
she can like fulfill like what she feels is her purpose,
Yep.
and she can actually leave like a legacy instead of just dying on a bed with cancer.
Yep.
Right.
That's like the whole crux of the female Thor.
Yeah,
story.
which I don't necessarily know if I agree that's a well-written arc either, but I mean,
Yeah. Sounds
It
silly.
was
yeah.
it wasn't very good, but
yeah.
it allowed to have Thor be more fleshed out himself in the
Yep.
meantime because the stories ran parallel, right?
Yep.
So, because
Yeah,
Unworthy was
Thor's always kind of
fantastic.
yeah. I know, I agree. Thor's always kind of lacked. He's been more function than character for a while, and I think that was part of a Marvel effort to kind of give him more
Yeah,
character, give more personality. And I think they did some really good work there. And I think that's kind of this new movie is kind of taking inspiration from that. But
for sure.
yeah, I don't. As I said, I don't.
It's gonna be it's gonna
Again,
be fun to see what kind of spin they put on it.
it
As
is. It
usual.
is. I just hope it's well written and authentic versus kind of the cheesy way that like, oh, we're gonna give Jane Foster cancer and yada yada. You know, the
I
way
don't think
that
that's
the
gonna
comic came
happen,
off. But I
personally.
mean,
I hope it doesn't,
yeah.
but you never know.
I think
I
honestly that
just
would
hope we don't get another Morbius or Eternals. That's all I hope.
Yeah, I liked Eternals.
Eternals isn't as bad. I don't. Yeah, I
That
agree.
said, it could have been better. I think it would have been
I-
a way better as a miniseries.
I nearly fell asleep during Eternals.
Yeah, it's got a different vibe than a lot of the Marvel movies.
The
I'll
fight
agree
scenes are
with
good
that.
though.
Yeah,
I will
the
say
fights
that.
were
Yeah, I
great.
mean the fight scenes are always good,
The
right?
scale
Like,
was cool. The cosmic horror was cool. The story was meh.
Marvel has like mastered the superhero fight scenes
Agreed.
at this point.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They have the money, they have like the desire. They just want to make those fights freaking bombastic. Like I finally got around to watching Far From Home, Spider-Man.
Hey.
And now I need to watch No Way Home, but that's another topic. But like Far From Home had ridiculous fight scenes that were stupid good and a good
Yeah.
story, and it was
You
just a
gotta watch.
really
You gotta see
good
No Way Home.
movie.
No Way Home
I
is
know,
amazing.
I
You'll love
know,
it.
I
It's
know.
very
I
fucking good.
watched like the end credits, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is obviously leading in No Way Home. I get it.
Have you seen the Batman yet? The Batman was great.
I haven't yet. No,
Oh, it's so good.
I need to see it though.
It's long, but it's real
See,
good.
I'm in the camp of I'm willing to see anyone take up the Batman. All right,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna judge you, right? Because I love the Tim Burton Batman.
Yep,
Michael
those were good.
Keaton,
Yeah.
top tier.
Yeah.
Who
George
thought he
Clooney?
would be a good Batman?
I
George
guess no
Clooney?
one.
Exactly. So
Wait.
why is
Yeah.
like Robert Pattinson any different?
Yeah.
Right?
As
Like,
the Pattinson movie was good. I would say it had a couple flaws in its length, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
and I don't like bat nipples. So Clooney's out.
Yeah. Well, I mean
I'll-
that's the only reason not to like that movie. Clearly.
Does that mean that there's bat milk?
Oh God, stop!
Quite possibly.
Stop! Just stop! I mean, they
Um,
are mammals, but stop!
So-
You can't milk those.
Before we move on from Thor, though, I have a theory
Yeah.
though. I think this
Oh?
might be the last Thor movie with
The last Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
Be
'Cause it-
surprised
The
if he
female
wants
Thor is
wants
gonna
to
take
a break.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think honestly it's gonna kind of give it the trailer kind of, I mean, it could be misleading, but it feels like it's gonna give sort of a finality to his story arc, since most of the original Avengers are kind of retiring, even the Hulk, which is, it's gonna
Oh,
suck.
speaking of
When did they say,
misleading, a lot
when
of
did they
people
say
are
what's his name
saying
was
that
retiring?
Star Lord and Thor are gay in Love and Thunder.
I mean,
Bruh, don't even.
I highly doubt that, but
Nah, it's not even highly doubt. It's
I
just wrong.
also
It's just
doubt it,
wrong. It's
but
just
everyone,
wrong. It's
like
people.
a lot of people are just like, man, they're
Stop.
just so gay together. And I'm
Stop.
like,
how
really?
did they, how do you
don't
piece that
see it.
together?
The internet loves to see two dudes
love to
being
ship-
bros
They love to
and
ship
acting
people.
like it's just like, I hate
Big
it.
gay sex.
Yeah, I
Guys
get it.
can't be good friends. Guys, this is just not allowed. This is not allowed. They have to be
Yeah.
gay.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like, what is it? Like, I saw this video of this like boomer who essentially was like,
None of
Yo,
the same sex can just be friends. It
who's
just
your
doesn't work,
best
apparently.
friend? Is your best friend a guy? And he's like, yeah. He's like, then you're gay. It's like literally verbatim
Yeah.
like that. And it's just kind of like, oh
Yeah.
damn, boomers got it
Yeah,
rough.
or it reminds me of when we saw the early Black Widow stuff. They're like, "Oh man, Black Widow's totally gay for that blonde chick." And I'm like,
Her
"No,
sister?
that's actually her sister." So I highly doubt it.
Well, that's you ever heard the do you know the band oh my god. Why can't I think of the band's name? It's gonna come to me. They wrote songs like Barracuda and
Art?
Heart,
Art.
yeah. Do you know that song Barracuda? You know what that's about?
What?
It's about somebody who like came up to the lead singer and was like, "Yeah, were you gay with the bassist?" And the bassist is her sister.
That's
And so then they wrote that entire song about that person. So yeah.
That's
I have to go back and
fantastic.
look at the lyrics now because I have no idea how the lyrics
Yeah,
match
no.
up.
I
But
I enjoy that
that
song
sounds
too,
funny as fuck.
so
Yeah, it's I mean, at least don't I believe that's what it's
I've
about.
never
I've
really
heard that
looked
before, but
into it.
Yeah. I mean, if that story's true, that's fucking hilarious.
yeah.
Right?
Um but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, does anyone else have anything else to say about Thor before we move on?
No,
Not
I'm
really.
excited. As I said, I want to hear Christian Bale's voice as the bad guy, but I'm happy we didn't just get it in the first trailer. Like they're giving it a little time to build.
It's going to sound like
It's there's not too much to
Yeah.
the trailer to really, like, analyze, so I think it's just kind of a wait and see. I'm hoping for the best. I
Yeah.
always hope for the best.
Of
They
course.
know that Dark World just didn't work, so they have to make more, like,
I mean,
lighthearted Thor stories like Ragnarok.
Dark World was like 2 phases ago. They're good. We're different. We've learned our lesson.
Thor 2 was so
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
Yeah.
They have learned their lesson.
I guess moving
I just
on
hope they keep learning their lesson.
for sure. There's a
I
Streets of
hope there's no
Rage,
portal at the end of fucking Love
the
and
Sky
Thunder, or else I'm
Portal.
gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit if there's a sky portal.
It's bound to
What
happen.
is what is that a reference to?
In every Marvel
Most
movie,
Marvel movies?
most Marvel movies have a sky portal that happens at the end of each movie. Like I think Thor 2 had it, the Avengers had it, um the first Avengers. What else had it? There's like a bunch of shit that has a sky
Noticed this
portal.
meme yet?
Eternals had it.
It sounds hilarious.
Yeah. But anyway, does anybody see that there's going to be a Streets of Rage movie coming out here?
Yeah, I did notice that. I think that could be really cool. Like, I mean, so if they kind of draw from a lot of it's kind of annoying because lately a lot of action movies have been superhero movies, which aren't really a traditional action movie.
Mhm.
But we've still had a lot of really great staple action movies come out over the last like 2 decades. Like, if they pull from a lot of really cool action movies that have come out lately, like The Raid, Raid 2. There's been actually a couple of really decent ones on Netflix. You know, if we're talking about like gang movies, there's like The Warriors.
Gay movies, yeah.
But like seriously, like if they find the right influences to make this movie, I would love like I think a traditional beat 'em up, like all of like the Double Dragon games and Streets of Rage games,
Mhm.
like has the most potential to make like a good movie because essentially it's just like a linear like beat up bad guys from point A to point B, which was
Yes.
basically how old action movies used to work. So yeah, this could be awesome if it's well written and well done. And Hollywood still knows how to choreograph good fights that don't have superpowers. But it all depends on again who's writing the dialogue, who's writing the script.
Well, I mean,
A
I've
million
seen
other
Nobody,
intangible
and they
factors.
can definitely still make non-superhero fights.
well, it says here that it's being created by the guy. Well, it's getting filled. Okay, so supposedly the guy who created John Wick is involved.
Yep. I
Uh,
said this could be really good. This
and
could be really, really
also,
good.
I guess he's also a part of Nobody with Bob
He
Odenkirk, which
was
is
a part of
literally
Nobody. Yeah.
just
Nobody was great.
yeah,
I
John
loved
Wick.
watching Bob Odenkirk just beat the shit out of people. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
but it also
I didn't know
just
I needed it until I
seemed
saw it.
like it's a sequel to John Wick in a way.
Yeah.
But
Spiritually, kind of, yeah.
which
Yeah,
is,
it's that's what I'm saying. Like if they had kind of like a buddy, not action cop comedy, but like I mean, kind of how like in Streets of Rage you have like I think 2 or 3 characters, you know, going around like beating a bunch of mooks up until the final boss. I
Yep.
would love that. I would like just
Mhm.
witty banter and like good fight scenes. Like I feel like you don't get enough good multiple character action movies again. It's normally like one guy taking out a bunch of mooks. Like I want like a small
It could
team
be
taking out a bunch
fun
of
like
mooks.
The Expendables, the first one.
Yeah.
Expendables? Why can't I remember that movie? What is that?
The
Like every old action hero ever was just together
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Okay, yeah. Well, those movies are okay.
doing Mimi Fanny bullshit. It was great.
Lots of fan service, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I want something a little like that. Like maybe obviously Streets of Rage, so with less guns. But yeah, like a martial arts kind of Expendables. Yeah, I would love shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all it really needs to be, right? It just
Yeah.
needs to be like a fun, like
Action camp
trope-filled
comedy. Yeah.
action
Like
camp.
Sonic, yeah.
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 Which is
Yeah.
the same company, right? That's making this that also made
I
Sonic.
think Sega has a production company now, so they're going to be part of it. So yeah, I mean, basically Sega's trying to monetize a lot of their old properties now that they're realizing, hey, we have one successful movie, why can't we have more?
Mhm.
And I think Streets of
Yeah.
Rage honestly could be a cool franchise to do it off of. But it's got to be done smart and it's got to be done right. And you know, making those two things happen in Hollywood, you know, it's like lightning in a bottle. It doesn't always happen, but if it does, it's cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I hope it's really good, and at the end they're probably just gonna tease Skate, and it's gonna be awesome.
Cheesecake.
Yeah, it's gonna be like you'll see the rollerblades or whatever, and then it's just gonna
Wait,
hit
so did
credits.
Sega have anything to do with Skate? I thought Sega had to do with like Jet Set.
No. Skate is a character in Streets of Rage 2.
Oh,
He's
okay, not the
he's
game Skate.
he's a little
Oh, I
boy with
understand.
skates on who like you play
Got you.
as.
Got you.
He's
Not the
actually
most
pretty good.
popular character.
He's pretty good though. Like he's good
Yeah,
in
but
the
who wants to
game.
play as a child?
My friend did. My friend always played Skate.
Fair enough. Never mind then.
Or he
You
played
answered
the
my
wrestler
question.
dude. But anyway, did anybody see that there's an official GBA emulator leak here for the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, I think that's cool as fuck.
Absolutely.
Supposedly it's not even an
online
official
GBA
leak.
games?
It's like the whole emulator has been leaked. Like they're already reverse engineering it to compare it to MGBA. So like it's almost about
Probably
as
not going
official
to
as
be
it
as
gets.
good.
No, I've
Based
actually
on
heard
how
it's
they
really, really
emulated
good.
the Nintendo 64?
Yeah, no, actually, no, that was the conversation. And it's continued, and people have said, no, this is pretty much as
It's
close as you're gonna
actually
get
good?
to. Yeah,
Okay,
people
wow.
have actually been saying this is as close as you're gonna get to MGBA without actually being MGBA. So supposedly it's actually really, really good.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
it's good
Yeah,
because it's 2D and the
yeah. I mean,
N64 isn't
there's not much you got to
fucked.
do, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, it's yeah. The GBA has been figured out. But yeah, supposedly it's gonna be real, real good. I don't know if they're gonna do anything cool like enable like online functionality or anything like that, like how they kind of hacked the N64 one to do that. That would be sick as fuck. Like I'd love if they like set it up so like the internet works as a link cable, so you can play like the old Pokemon games over the
Would be
internet.
cool.
I know that'll never happen, but in my dreams,
It's still
that would
That'd be
be
possible,
really
pretty
man.
neat.
yeah.
Still
It is.
possible.
It just depends on how much work they want to do, which is
They-
Nintendo. So
Well, I mean,
Just not red and blue, please.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
you can still do that with GBA emulators. You literally pull up two screens and then you connect them, and you can play two-player games, which I think is really cool. Um, for me though, the Game Boy Advance, again, since I've been playing it so much, is really good. It has an amazing catalog of games. I mean,
It
who?
does have a
Absolutely.
really good catalog.
Yeah, I mean, Advance Wars. It's got Golden Sun. It's got the Sonic Advance games. Really good Castlevania games. Um,
All the Super Nintendo ports.
yeah, Super Nintendo ports. Well, a few of them are trash, but um, because I mean, it has hardware screen limitations. So a lot of times, like you
That's
can't
true.
with the Mario games, you can't fully see what's in front of you or where you're
Mhm.
jumping to. And I think the original Sonic game had that problem too, which is a lot of people hate it. But yeah, dude, the Game Boy Advance is fucking amazing. I feel like there's a
Yeah.
bunch of things that I'm missing too.
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I know
Kingdom
that
Hearts.
wasn't the most popular game, but
And
I
I was
thought that game
trash
was
at
a
text.
banger.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was trash at it, but it was fun.
the oh my god, what was another game that was like really good? Um,
The Dragon Ball Z games.
yes, that's exactly what I was gonna
Legacy of
say.
Goku.
Yeah, Legacy of Goku, really fun. I even though it's whew, those controls.
It's yeah, still fun.
Yeah, it's still a good time. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what they do and what they bring out, and I'm glad other people with the Switch can get a chance to play it. Personally, I'm
Hell
obviously
yeah.
gonna stick with my Game Boy Advance because it's the real deal, and but
Well, I have Nintendo Online, so gimme.
there you go. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully they add it for free, or
Oh my god, they add another
You know
subscription
it's gonna be in
plan
that.
like on top of the Nintendo
it's
64.
Yeah, you
now.
know it's gonna be in the $50 tier. Dude, Nintendo's gonna get all the way up to like a fucking like $100 a year tier. You watch.
You
I mean,
shut the
granted, it's
fuck
gonna be like
up.
a one-time payment, but they're still gonna
You
do it.
bite your goddamn tongue. Don't give
Now
them ideas.
now the Virtual
They'll
Boy
do
is
it.
available for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
starting at
yikes.
$1,000.
I mean, you'll be able to play games from 2 generations ago. You'll be able to play like Wii and GameCube games on the
I
$100
can't think
year
of
tier.
any Virtual Boy games I would ever want to play again.
There's like 10 of them, so I mean,
Yeah, I can't think of any I'd want to play.
the headache
Well,
simulator,
maybe the Wario one?
right? Uh,
Maybe.
boy, and I think Breezels was telling me he had a Virtual Boy, and I was like, look, just get that consoleized, and that's the optimal way to play that shit.
A friend of mine had one. We'd always just lay down on the carpet and kind of like set it on our face and like
Yep.
rest the stand on our chest. It was the only way to play.
Jesus Christ.
Has anyone ever seen the consoleized Virtual Boy?
No,
It's
No.
I've
pretty
never seen
cool.
it.
So with that, it like obviously it outputs HDMI, and
Obviously.
like you can change, you know how the filter's red, you can change the filter so it doesn't give you
Oh,
like the headaches that the
nice.
red color gives you. So it makes like
Yeah.
Virtual Boy games playable. Also,
Like,
emulation has done that for a while now. But yeah, it's basically everything's more optimal than actually playing the Virtual Boy
the
itself.
Virtual Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
I
is
mean, I
kind of
could see
funny.
that. It was a fun little test, right?
Yeah, it definitely was.
It just turned into an issue.
Yeah,
Nintendo wanting to get into VR before VR was ready, but I respect the effort.
it's a weird
Yeah,
what is it
kind of.
like a generation, like a 4.5 gen console, like not quite sure what they were thinking.
Uh,
It's like
yeah, I guess.
it's like the
Yeah.
Sega 32X or Sega CD. It's not quite,
Oh,
you know, next gen, but
yeah.
it's like a step between.
Weren't quite well thought out.
Yeah, everyone was trying to jump on that 3D plane before, you know, I think, oh, that's right. I think they made the Virtual Boy because the N64 got delayed. So they're like, "Oh, we need something 3D. Let's make the Virtual Boy." Yeah,
I can see that.
Nintendo's first flop.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, Sega's developing Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi sequels with possible NFTs.
Yeah, so like,
uh,
I mean, I want Jet Set Radio back. I would love that. I want Crazy Taxi back.
Absolutely.
I don't want weird monetization shit in either of those.
yeah,
So,
I
like,
want them, but I don't want them, right?
yeah. As I said, I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. I don't know what weird monetization stuff Sega's trying to come back with. I know. I mean, it is cool Sega to see push IP that have been thought to be long dead. But yeah, man, I don't want them to put weird stuff in it.
Sega's gonna be long dead
Uh,
if they keep up this NFT shit.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if you guys heard about the new Sonic game, Sonic Origins, but
I have.
they actually are doing something kind of similar where they're putting everything into like price brackets and what you get out of the
Tiers
game.
pre-order. It's super fucking weird.
It's
Yes.
confusing. It's very confusing.
Yeah. There's like
So-
4 different ones.
I've heard
for a 2D
conflicting
game.
things about this though. So like I've heard that even if you buy like the base version, those are all like unlockables in the game. Then I've heard from other sources that no, if you don't buy this version, then you can never get this.
Huh.
So like there seems to be a lot of like mixed information going on.
Well, there's
Because
a
apparently the Japanese version said that you would be able to unlock things,
okay.
but the US didn't mention that at all.
Huh.
But the US was a lot more vague than the Japanese like release statement. So I don't know. Torn. But
Yeah, I
if
feel
it
like
is, it's scummy as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty scummy. And
It's
Yeah,
super scummy. If it's not unlockables, then this is just like a load of crap, a huge slap in the face to everyone that likes Sonic or like Sega. Like,
I feel like it's
wow.
too soon. Like we still just don't have a lot of information yet. But yeah, like
Yeah.
this could definitely end up being kind of shitty, especially for what should be the definitive Sonic remake. I mean, it's literally by the guys, or some of the guys who did Mania, which was the best
Christian
new retro
Whitehead.
Sonic game to come
Yeah.
out in decades.
Well, I mean,
So
Mania was just going to be like a fan project, right?
yeah, but then they were like, "Hey, we like what you guys are doing so much. Why don't you make it a real project?" And it got made a real project, and it was great.
Yeah.
Sega hired
exactly.
this man.
So
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, like I hope they straighten up, figure this out. But
I hope
yeah,
it's
it'll
just
be really disappointing if
unlockables.
what should
I
be
really, really do.
because yeah, I mean but like it's a really cool idea. Essentially, they're taking Sonic, I think 1 through 3, and like tying it together in one coherent story and upgrading the graphics, and giving it like cutscenes.
Yeah.
So like this should really be the definitive way to play Sonic 1 through 3.
I mean,
But
it should be
if
a
they're gonna
slam dunk, but then they did all this monetization shit that just wasn't necessary.
yup. So I really hope that gets straightened
Eventually,
out.
fans are going to get tired of being treated like utter garbage and
Yep.
just piggy banks.
Like
and
cash cows, yeah.
yeah, we're probably going to have like another like depression of the freaking video games, a crash.
Also,
I definitely agree. Fans are getting tired of it.
I also want to add in for like another negative point, because why the fuck not?
Yeah,
For
fuck them.
For fuck's sake, Sega, stop releasing the same fucking games every goddamn 10 years. Release some
But
shit.
they can't make any new good games, dude.
They have neither the time, money, or technical staff to make new good games. So,
No,
I
I'm not
mean,
even
we
talking
get what
about
we get.
new games. I'm talking about release some old games that have not seen the light of day in over 20 years.
That's
No,
fair.
they're
What
gonna
would you
make
like to
I would
see, Backlog?
Yeah,
Ah,
what,
or
do you, what
well,
games
actually,
are
it's
you
not.
asking for?
That's not. God. Well, I don't know. Maybe a original. I would love to see an original Virtua Fighter collection. I'd like to see. Oh my God! Now you're putting me on the spot. I'm like
Virtual
having.
Fighter would be awesome.
Yeah.
What? I mean,
Maybe.
you make a bold statement. I want to hear why. I want to hear what you want to play, man.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so they have an entire arcade collection that is just stuck in the arcades, right?
Well, that's
Like,
shitty. Okay, yeah.
let's see. Virtua Cop. You could say.
Oh, Virtual Cop is sick. I forgot that even existed.
Yeah, Virtua Cop. Let's see. What else? Fighting Vipers. Um, uh, Literally most everything on the Sega Saturn. A bunch of oh my God, what else do they have? Like Daytona USA.
Let's go away.
They have like the Jurassic Park game, the shooter, but I mean I'm sure that's not first party. But still, like that's still stuck on the
Yeah,
arcades.
that was probably a like trademark nightmare.
Yeah, but I mean, really, what I was trying to say is that there's a lot of arcade ports that don't exist right now or aren't playable other than emulation.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, the reason I asked you is because I was never huge on Sega,
Yeah.
so I didn't get to experience a lot of the Sega library. So
Oh,
I don't actually know what's been forgotten. Like I've played some games
what
and I've
what
forgotten most of their names.
what about like
I
all of the 3D Sonic games that are still stuck on their consoles, like Sonic Heroes or Sonic and the Black Knight, or
Well,
do you
Sonic and the
want
Black
Sonic and the
Knight
Black
doesn't.
Knight back? Yeah,
I don't
I
think
I don't
Sonic
know
and
if
the
anyone
Black
wants that
Knight
game
needs
back.
anything.
look.
I
No,
think
What
they
I'm
want to forget that game ever happened.
what I'm trying to say is like
everyone
it,
wants
it
to
would
get
be
that game
good
back.
in a collection. You know,
Blaze the
something.
Cat was cool though.
Yeah, I would mean like I would play it in a collection. Also, those Sonic Advance games are still stuck on the Game Boy Advance. You know,
Okay, some of those were great.
That's
I would
true. Yeah,
praise
those are
those. Yeah.
good.
um, there's a lot of stuff.
But I think we need another Sonic CD release.
I think that's coming out in the that's actually coming
Well,
out in the Sonic Origins collection.
Well, yeah, the Sonic CD is just already like it's the combination of 1 and 2, isn't it?
It's like a pseudo. Actually, it's a pseudo 2.
Oh, it's a pseudo too.
It came out
Okay.
before Sonic 2, which is why it doesn't have the spin dash. Um,
Mhm.
but it's like it was made with the intention of it being the sequel, but it kind of like wound up being this kind of spin-off version of it. But yeah, it is being released with the Sonic Origins collection.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah. But anyway, like there's a lot of stuff, and I felt like in the fact that I was put on the spot, I feel kind of embarrassed because I started running out of things to say. But I feel like I know what I wanted to see, but I don't have that list in my mind right now. I know there's
Well, I'm
more out
sorry for
there.
putting you on the spot.
Oh, Sega
okay,
bass
we can
fishing?
come back to it. We can come back to it later if you remember it.
Nah, it's fine. Anyway,
Oh, Hunter Hunted? I would love to see Hunter Hunted come back.
Hunter Hunted.
Hunter Hunted.
I never even
Yeah.
heard of that.
It was like a side scrolling ish platformer slash survival game where you played as just like this military guy and you had to kill an alien and you would collect all kinds of different weapons like rocket launchers
Hmm.
and grenades and all kinds of stuff to kill the thing. However, what it had was really cool was a multiplayer mode where you would have one player play as the hunter and one player play as the hunted.
Hunter.
And so one alien, one human, just like duking it out, and the alien got all of its like own weapons and stuff that it could pick up and use to kill the hunter, and it just created a really, really fun time. I found it because it was like part of a demo for like a bass fishing game for some reason. Trophy
Hmm.
bass, I think it was. But yeah, that was pretty sick.
I guess X-Men Children of the well, is that a first party game? No, it's not.
Is that for That's a game I played. Children of the Atom. It's a
Yeah,
fun one.
Children of the Atom is pretty good. Do. Fighters Mega Mix. Yeah, that's the other thing. Let's see, what's another for parties? Oh, Guardian Heroes. I'd love to have a modern port of that. That game's fun as shit. Um. Anyway,
Have we gotten a Shining Force?
no, Shining Force is still stuck on the original console, I believe.
That's a shame. Shining Force is really fun.
Yeah. By the way, did anybody check out the Evo early registration numbers?
I did.
Did
I was surprised.
I also was Grand Blue, not dead.
Wow, people
Grand
still
Blue's
play that
having a
game?
resurgence, actually. Grand
Uh-oh.
Blue is actually gaining popularity
No way.
because people saw that since they're putting like rollback in like central fiction and exploring it possibly for fighters and stuff like that, they're like, oh my god, that means that Grand Blue Fantasy could get rollback. And like really the like lowest point of Grand Blue Fantasy is the netcode being utter garbage. The game actually plays pretty damn well if you like footsies.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. Like I thought that game was so dead, especially with the fact that it doesn't. It has delay based netcode.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky's not even doing tournaments of it anymore. Like I thought that game was like writ beyond belief, and Grand Blue fans showed up and showed out. And isn't it like what? It's like 5th on the list. It's like 3rd on the list.
It's 5th. Yeah,
it's crazy. Like people still want to play it. Which is more power to them. That's awesome. It like honestly, if Arxis were smart right now, they would capitalize on this momentum and try to get their rollback doctors in on it quick.
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
that's probably gonna happen. I can't imagine
get
it
even
would.
more
Because
momentum.
it's gonna have like more DLC. Like the game is literally just growing. Like Games doesn't want to abandon Grand Blue Fantasy.
That's
Versus
fantastic.
They want it to keep going. They want to keep putting money into it.
Right. Let's see.
Yeah, it was weird.
The list consists
I'm
of.
surprised how far Mortal Kombat's fallen.
Yeah, right.
Let's go over it. Let's go over the list proper.
So from last to first, I'll read it off. Skullgirls Second Encore, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Melty Blood Type Lumina, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Tekken 7, King of Fighters 15, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, Guilty Gear Strive number 1.
Not surprised at all at Strive being number 1.
Not at all. It was blowing out the water for numbers for Combo Breaker. Now this, not surprised at all. It
like doubled in size with the announcement of the cross-platform. Like the population ballooned, and then plus like the cross-platform, this game's basically going to be immortal.
Yep. Guilty Gear and Arxis made it. I mean, if they can, if they can release 2 more years of good DLC combined with like another good fighting game, they'll have cemented their legacy as a fighting game in the space of like Tekken or Street Fighter or any of those in terms of popularity.
If they can take this momentum, keep running with it, they got a winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not my personal game, but
yeah.
I'm very happy for people that do enjoy it. To have
absolutely
like,
their breakthrough in a mainstream
surge.
Moment. Anime is now mainstream. Weebs now rule the world.
We did it.
Get ready. T-pose on them for dominance, because this is absolutely absolutely crazy.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
8th place.
So it's Blood.
8th?
It is a 3-year-old game.
Melty Blood?
Yeah, that's pretty sad. It's a 3-year-old game.
It's also the highest selling like fighting game.
I mean, people don't. I think the thing is, I think the biggest problem with Mortal Kombat is honestly, in terms of a high level meta, people just get bored. I don't know what I've never known what Arxis.
I think people have been burned.
Yeah, I don't know what NRS can do to fix it though. Like every single one of their games seems to have a similar problem where like when it gets to high level play, people hate it. Like the casuals love Mortal Kombat.
I think people are also mad because like NRS is like, oh yeah, this game's gonna get like so much support, more than any other Mortal Kombat, and it didn't really.
I mean, in a sense, it did. Like this is the first fighting game ever where you can pick your own fucking moveset. Like they put enough. They put so much effort into like originally there were like. People were like, we're gonna give you custom movesets, but only for like arcade mode. Like balancing that for first mode would be a nightmare. We don't want to have to do that. Then people bitched and moaned and whined so much that they actually did that. And guess what? People didn't give a shit. They did all that work for nothing.
It was too late.
As soon as but like I don't even think people would have cared eventually. Like NRS can't win.
I don't know. I think if it came out, I think if it came out with the variation system
I don't
being like tournament legal and having the customization, it would have done a lot better. Because one of the biggest complaints was why even bother having the variation customization system?
But that's the thing. I think that's smoke and mirrors. I don't think fans actually care. I think at the end of the day, not only do people love to hate NRS, but they just find NRS games boring. And no matter what NRS is going to do at the end of the day, they've realized that the fans aren't going to give a shit because the casuals will buy their game, but it's kind of like you know, the whole analogy of like being a country club that can't let like the poor people that live down the street of the country club in. That's what the FGC and the NRS does. Like the NRS is like they spend the most money out of any other company making their fighting games, and yet the FGC elite will never accept them. And like, yes, their games maybe could be a little more complex at the high level, but I mean, let's not act like they didn't put the most effort in out of anyone to try to redevelop their entire game to make it popular, and the fans still hated it. So,
Well, let's spin this
again,
a different way then. 11's the simplest Mortal Kombat from the new generations.
I mean, it's got like perfect
And that
parries. It's got a bunch of shit.
definitely worked against it. Because you didn't have like
I don't know.
the bombastic, crazy combos from like 10 that really kept people invested in 10.
But people hated the Vortex, which is literally what
People
they got
did
out
hate
of.
the Vortex. However,
It-
they preferred the Vortex over the zoning of Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11,
Yep.
like over half of the DLC roster was just zoners.
I mean, yes, I'd agree. This game did suffer from a lot of zoning. They also give everyone a teleport to get out of zoning, so I don't know why zoning is such an issue.
Because the
but,
zoner also teleports.
I mean, it just teleport on the teleport. It's fucking Dragon Ball Z in this bitch. Just
Like,
It's not that easy because then they
nothing
can
personal
answer the
kid behind
teleport.
them, and then just take them out. But yeah, as I said, I think the FGC just doesn't want to accept Mortal Kombat. And I'm almost convinced that no matter what they do, they'll never get that acceptance. Like no matter how hard they work, and no
I
how
just
much
have
that
to
much they
disagree.
spend.
I disagree too. I think they're
Yeah.
already in there. They're in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're already in
the
there.
casuals, no, but like it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of those things that everybody does. Like everyone bought Mortal Kombat, everyone played Mortal Kombat, but no one wants to admit to playing Mortal Kombat. No one
What
wants
do you
to admit
mean?
to
Mortal
liking
Kombat
Mortal Kombat.
11 was
saying-
huge
are you
on the
saying that-
tournament
No, I'm
scene.
just saying like the FGC tastemakers, not the people on the street.
Okay, I
The
was just
FGC,
saying the FGC's
the
full of
pro
bunch of
scene
closeted-
was huge for MK11. The pro scene was colossal for MK11. A lot of
And
people
then-
came in.
Yeah.
Other pros from other games came in to play MK11. The only
don't know.
time that they started to leave
Mhm.
was when NRS basically abandoned the game.
As I said, I don't think they abandoned the game. I think maybe they focused on
What
the
do
wrong
you
area
call a
of the
year
game.
of radio silence
I said
as your game is being busted?
they spent a year developing custom movesets so they could give
No.
people what they wanted. Maybe
No,
they gave
they
people too much of what they wanted. I don't know.
No,
They
no. They went silent for a year.
Yeah.
And then Ed Boon made a cheeky like tweet about
as he
how
does.
the community is so entitled and expects everything, and that Mortal Kombat's just
Is
like
he wrong?
done.
Is he wrong?
I don't think he's wrong. No.
He's not entirely wrong. However, he also needs to stop like making these promises like, "Oh, it'll be more supported than any other Mortal Kombat," because that was just a flat out lie. They abandoned the game.
I don't know, man. As I said, it's 3 years old. I think
They released
realized that-
Ultimate, and then they just fucking
It's dead.
they just threw it away.
They Marvel
just threw it
3'd it.
away.
Yeah. I mean, as I
Yeah,
said,
they
if-
threw it
if they
away
could-
right
if-
after Ultimate.
If they could make everything on the same budget Street Fighter does, I think they would be the most successful company in the world. But since they are a company that spends money like water, and yes, they spend it really well. I'm not saying they don't spend it really well. I'm saying the money goes into making the game look pretty. And it does look very fucking pretty. But at the end of the day, I'm like, how has Street Fighter been like constantly pumping out new characters for like what, since 2016? And people are still playing it, whereas people aren't still playing NRS. Like, I
Well-
agree with you, but like I agree with you in that the premise that NRS has to change their view of what supporting a game means. because they immediately think it's that throwing the money at the problem of whatever people are bitching about the loudest is what's going to please fighting game fans. And it's literally been proven time and time again. It is the opposite of that. Never give the fans immediately what they want. They will just find a new thing to bitch about.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Dude from
NRS has crippling like communication problems.
No, they do, but I think
don't
that
communicate with
they
their
still
fan base.
they still
like,
don't
at
understand the
all.
FGC. Like, what's his name?
But
Gave
you
an
know
amazing.
who does communicate with their fan base?
Yeah. Who?
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
Constantly.
that's the
agree.
only thing keeping them alive, dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think every other company understands their fan base and the FGC better.
Yeah,
and
I kind of agree with that.
like
Probably.
Microsoft or not Microsoft, NRS still doesn't. Like dude who worked a shit ton on Killer Instinct. There was an interview he gave on Ultra Trend that was literally exactly that. He was just like, we have scientifically proven that when the fans bitch, you need to ignore them because they have no idea what they want. Like, he was explaining basically a tutorial about how like people were bitching a bunch about like one of the balance of this character, saying that the specific thing needed to be nerfed, and he's just like, no, they're wrong. This needs to be changed. And sure enough, they changed one thing that wasn't what the fans were bitching about. All of a sudden, all the bitching went away. Like fans are great at like being a canary in a coal mine, and that they don't enjoy something, but they're terrible at actually explaining to you like what that is or why it should be changed.
Well, I mean, the problem is too that you have too many voices at too many different levels and too many different interests that like it becomes very confusing.
Yes, but I mean, never like, but that's what I'm saying. I think Mortal Kombat and NRS haven't figured that out. Like they always go for the easy where they're like, okay, let's look on social media. Like they sit at their desk, they look on Twitter, they find the first thing someone's bitching about on social media, and that's what they spend all of their time and money fixing. And it's just like, no, like they don't spend that like one level of analysis deeper and be like, let's look at the root cause. How can we fix this for cheap? Whereas Street Fighter is the scrappiest game in fucking fighting games because they've been surviving on a shoestring budget for like 6 years. It can still pump out like 3 characters a season. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it.
I also think that with NRS being like a subsidiary of like WB, they're a bigger company than a lot of the other game studios, so I think it might be a little more difficult for them to have a pulse on what's going on.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think it helps that Ed Boon typically trolls everybody with like video game news and stuff like that.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah, like, you know, he's led on that he's making a Marvel game for a long time, which is just, I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
But
it might be, I don't know.
But I do have a question for you guys. Out of these games, these 9 games, which ones will you be watching?
I will personally check out
first?
Type Lumina, Grand Blue Fantasy, Tekken 7. I'll probably watch some Strive.
Mhm.
I might watch Street Fighter. I don't know. Street Fighter's a little bit boring at the high level for me.
Lately, I'd agree. It's like I watched all of it from up to 2016, and even this year, I'm probably only going to tune into like.
And Skullgirls is just gonna be Sonic Fox shitting on people, so I don't know.
You mean that what it's not every year?
Yeah, exactly.
He's been clearing away the best player in that game.
Any kind of Skullgirls competition, Sonic Fox is there to just shit roll people.
Or Dragon Ball
That's
Fighters.
kind of how it is.
Or Mortal Kombat.
He doesn't shit roll as hard.
Yeah, he gets beat in DBFZ. He will not get beat in Skullgirls.
Yeah, I'll be watching most of these, or at least like giving them a shot. I'm completely ignoring Mortal Kombat, to be brutally honest.
I will spend most of my time watching Strive. I will spend a decent amount of time watching KOF. I'll probably watch Top 8 for Street Fighter. I'll probably watch Top 16 for Tekken. After that, I probably won't watch anything else. But I might dip in to see Mortal Kombat just because I do like the characters. I do generally like the combat. It's just the scene to me is so stale. Like even the commentators are boring. So it's kind of hard for me to want to watch it when it seems just like a zero energy scene.
I
I'm
think
mostly just curious to see how Type Lumina plays at a professional level.
yeah, I think so too. That might be interesting.
It might be cool,
Yeah, it might be cool. Maybe.
maybe,
Um,
or it might be exactly what I think it's gonna be.
yeah, it's just gonna be people like touch a deathing everyone.
Touch of deathing everyone, yeah.
Uh,
That's what I think it's gonna be, but I hope I'm wrong.
I mean, I enjoy me some of that. So
I
I don't. I
personally,
think it's like the lowest
I might dip
genre.
into Tekken 7, but I'll mostly probably be watching KOF just to see what the meta is at the higher level. Because I haven't watched too many tournaments about it, but it's usually pretty hype. But anyway, did you guys want to move on to the next subject here, or did anyone else have
yeah.
anyone else they want to throw in
Uh,
here?
I guess I have one last thing
Yep.
on the subject of NRS. People are gonna get tired of NRS just abandoning their games, and the goodwill is going to run out.
I don't know. As said, they have a proven track record. I mean, what is it? Is it so
Of
much as
abandoning their
abandoning?
games.
Is it? But like, is it abandoning it if you know it's gonna happen? Like, they support a game for 3 years and then they dip.
No, they don't support it for 3 years. I don't know
But
where
that's what
you
I'm
got
saying. Like,
that number from.
they like that's what I'm saying though. Like, 3 years is all they can be expected to even
But
remotely half give a shit about their
y
game.
you buy an NRS fighting game, it gets support for, like, a year-ish,
It's usually two. There's
and then they
usually two
act
seasons
like
of
it
DLC.
never happened.
There's usually 2 seasons of DLC,
It's
and then they
just
release. Yeah,
it's a shitty cycle that NRS is in.
Right.
I agree that it's short.
They should have more, like, faith in their games having, like, longevity.
I agree that it's short, but that's just how they
It's
do
like
things. I
it's
don't
the
know.
shortest, like, in the FGC.
I
They
again,
have, like, the lowest support times in the
I
FGC.
again, you know, they've made their bag. They've made their cash. I don't. I mean, I want to complain. I want to hate, but like again, you know, it's a business. I wish they supported their games more. I think everybody does, but I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
and
NRS does
I
NRS
think
things.
people are gonna get tired of buying games that aren't supported,
I,
especially fighting games.
everybody does. I think the people who actually give a shit about them being supported are the minority. And
I
the
think so
majority are
too.
I
people who
Yeah.
just want to play a game.
You know, it just because
I
we
disagree
agree,
on
it
that
doesn't mean
one.
yeah, you can disagree,
Yeah,
man. It's cool. It's a
yeah, that's fine.
podcast. You have
Yeah,
your own
no,
damn
I
opinion.
definitely disagree. I think that
Who buys NRS
people
games? It's
want a game
casuals.
that's actually supported.
Who buys NRS games? It's casuals. Where do you think they make most of their money? They're casuals. Do you think the casuals are really caring about the season 3 DLC? Hell, they just wait till all the seasons are over and buy that discounted ultimate pack. If they even care about getting all the characters.
That's fair.
Uh so let's see. So moving on. Did anyone check out the Watch Mojo 20 best fighting games of all time? I have the list right here. If you guys want me to
Yeah,
read it off.
I checked that out. It was interesting. Let's
Strange
just say
choices.
it was very interesting. Not my list, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
some of these are not so okay, so I'm gonna read off the list to you guys real quick. So starting from last to worst to best anyway. 20 War of the Monsters, Def Jam Fight for New York, Power Stone 2, Persona 4 Ultimax, Darkstalkers 1, KOF 13, Injustice 2, Project Justice, Samurai Showdown 2019, Tekken 3, Blaze Blue Central Fiction, Dead or DOA 5, Mortal Kombat 2011, and MK9, which is I don't know why there's two of them when whatever. Soul Calibur 6, Killer Instinct 2013, Skullgirls, DB Fighters Z, Street Fighter 2, Vanilla, World Warrior, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and in first place Smash Bros Ultimate.
That is okay. That's a very weird list.
It is a weird list.
It's a list.
I mean, there's some games I would have
Definitely
tossed right
list.
out. There's some games where I would have been like, I don't. Smash Brother Ultimate is an amazing game. I might even put it at top 5. Would I put it at 1? I don't know. I feel like 1 you'd want to give to a game that just was more historically influential, versus just
There's a
popularity.
lot of different ways you can look at this list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the metrics of which they analyze this, I wouldn't have done the same things, but I can kind of see where they were coming from.
I definitely think that Smash Ultimate needs to be in the top 3.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I
top 3,
actually
top 5.
believe the number 1 for Smash Ultimate is justified.
I think it is too, honestly. I don't think I think it is probably, in terms of fighting game love and everything, I think it is probably one of the best fighting games of all time.
It's done
No
something we'll
doubt.
probably never ever see again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Master
I mean, in
Master
terms
Potato
of
Sakurai.
in terms
Even
of
the next Smash game most
popularity,
likely won't even like touch what Ultimate has done.
I mean,
I don't know.
this game literally retired Masahiro Sakurai.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I
guy
don't.
doesn't
I
want to
don't know.
make games anymore.
Well, not retired.
I can.
He's just
Yeah,
taking a break.
yeah. Well, I mean, the man's getting older. Who knows? He might
He
retire.
said he
But
doesn't want to make
no,
games. But yeah.
I still don't think I'd put it in 1. I still think I would give that to like SF2. That was like more influential. Like SF2 basically started fighting games. I don't understand how you don't give that the number 1 spot.
Well, like, again, it's like you could look at it historically as like the importance of those fighting games, but I mean that's not. I mean, these are just straight up greatest fighting games of all time. I mean, it's on the list. It's not. It just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking at it historically, a lot of these games don't belong on there.
Yeah,
And
I-
we
War
could
of the Monsters,
we're gonna
Def
say
Jam,
War of the fucking Monsters and Def Jam. Like,
Samurai
Def,
Power Stone 2 over
Sam
Power
Show
Stone 1.
2019.
yeah.
Samurai Showdown 2019 over the other Samurai Showdowns was kind of like, what, really?
I mean, I don't know shit about Sam Show, so I can't really comment.
Sam Show in general being on there is kind of like what?
I mean, some shows were great, but I
No.
wouldn't have put the newest one.
Also, just, I mean, 13's a great game, but I feel like if you want to go with historical importance, I think 98 is really important.
Yep.
Project Justice is a weird choice. What else is on here? I mean, I think Killer Instinct is good, but I don't think it deserves to be number 6.
I didn't
Darkstalkers
remember.
1?
Yeah,
Was
Darkstalkers
Tekken
1.
1?
Yeah, no,
Was
I don't.
Tekken on the list?
Only Tekken on there is Tekken 3.
Okay, that tracks.
I mean, I think Tekken 3 is good, but I mean, I think Tekken 7 is a better game.
Yeah, but I think Tekken 3 is the most influential Tekken.
I think, yeah, probably. Well, did
yeah.
7 sell 3? I think it did.
I think it has at this point, yes.
So yeah, I think 7 is more.
Even though 3's
important.
had like multiple releases and stuff, I think that 7 has still outsold it.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's just my opinion, but I do think, like, again, if you're going from a historical importance, I do think that 3 needs to be on there because it basically revived the series and made it more important than like something like Virtua Fighter. Also, Virtua Fighter isn't even on here, which is fucking bananas. Which is
I mean, Dead or Alive 5 is on here, so
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, Virtua Fighter probably deserves it over DOA 5. Yeah, I agree with that.
Probably.
I mean,
No, it does.
Probably is an understated way of saying definitely.
Also, the only thing on here is Street Fighter 2. There's no Street Fighter Alpha. There's no Third Strike. There's nothing. There's no. I mean, even a Street Fighter 2 vanilla, like like obviously Grandmaster Edition, like the 2 Turbo is like where it's Super Turbo. I'm sorry, is way better than that's like the Street Fighter 5 like Ultimate or whatever it's called of the generation. Like, honestly, I feel like a lot of these should be like the last version of it. I mean, Power Stone 2 is great.
Championship Edition, you mean?
Yeah, Championship Edition. I don't Power Stone 2 is great, but I don't think Power Stone 2 is a fighting game. I don't know. Okay, so that's a deep
It's like
statement.
a party brawler.
Yeah, it's a party
Yeah,
brawler. It's kind of like a subgenre of fighting games, but
yeah.
Like Power Stone 2, I watched the video and they're like, sure, you may think like Power Stone 1 should be on here, but Power Stone 2 got rid of like the combo system and
What?
instead replaced it with a lot more enjoyable things. And I was like, what?
Get fucked.
I was like, no, 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 no.
Power Stone 2 is
Stop it,
watered
Watch
down.
Mojo.
Power Stone
It
2 is so much
is.
watered down than Power
It's
Stone
one
1.
button to attack. It's one button.
No, I think they have. Wait, they have kicks, right?
No,
They have a punch and
they
kick
don't.
button.
They don't. Power Stone 2? No.
No.
Power Stone 2 got rid of the kick button. They just have like an attack button.
Wow. Okay.
Power Stone 1 has punch, kick, like grab, all that good stuff.
So actually, that's
Actual combos.
That's like Virtua Fighter, where it's actually a 3-button fighter, and everything's just a combination of buttons. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Power Stone 2 is vastly watered down from Power Stone 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Power Stone 2 is great if you have a group of people, but if you're doing one-on-one versus, Power Stone 1 is a better game. And like people say that Power Stone 2 is better, but they're fucking wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong.
The roster was more interesting for Power Stone 2. I will say that.
It's literally the
But-
same as Power Stone 1. It just has 3 more
No, it's not.
characters.
Yeah, they added new characters. The new
Oh,
characters
I'm sorry.
are fun.
I'm sorry. They have like 6 more characters. And,
Yeah, they added
and,
a bunch of characters.
and they're cool, but I would rather play them in Power Stone 1 with
Well, of
with a better
course,
moveset,
right?
you know?
Yeah, of
Like
course.
like Axel's cool, but I mean, nothing. I don't think any of them really top the first cast, in my opinion. Like I think their first cast is
No.
overall designed better. Like the new cast in Power Stone 2 has like a very specific, like different design, you know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're games that are changed. Like it's kind of like one of those things where, like how every
They just
Street
want more
Fighter stuff, like
casual with
Power Stone 1
Power
and 2 are
Stone
different.
2.
Yeah.
They wanted more of a party game.
Yeah.
A
But
I
they're
party
both great
brawler.
games. A Power Stone 3 would be amazing. That combined kind of the best of both worlds, but I don't know if we'll ever get it.
God, I
I'd
would
rather
love,
they go back to Power Stone 1 style for Power Stone 3.
It'd be great if they just did both of them, and then like they had a mix of like whichever one you want to play. That's possible. I mean,
that is possible. It'd be kind of like the beat 'em up stuff from like Tekken 3.
yeah. But I mean, if they're gonna make a Power Stone 3, they should at least release a collection. And
Yeah,
you
but
know,
we all know Power Stone's dead.
well, I mean, they
And
announced
never say never. Never say never.
they announced a revival a while ago.
Did they?
They did,
I
yeah.
must
They
have
also
missed that.
they also announced a revival of Captain Commando. Those
Okay,
were
that's a
leaks, though,
weird
I
one.
think. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a little strange, but I mean, I don't know where that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Power.
Was it part of the Nvidia leaks?
It might have been.
I'm pretty sure those weren't real.
Some of those
Or
games might
those
have been
were
test games.
those
Yeah.
were
Oh,
possible
yeah.
games.
Power
or
Stone-
so-
One of the biggest ones most Sega fans will Power Stone Remake, which was slated to release third quarter 2024.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Cautiously optimistic then.
so
Sounds fake.
well, hold on. Let's see if any of this list has come true yet. So there's Dragon's Dogma 2, Street Fighter 6, quarter 3 2022, which obviously is wrong, but still. Resident Evil 4 remake, which we know is in the works. Monster Hunter 6, which is said to come out next year. Super Street Fighter 6, Final Fight remake, Power Stone remake, Ultra Street Fighter 6, Captain Commando, Resident Evil Hank. So a lot of these are just like probably like
Games they thought were coming.
yeah, games they thought were coming,
And-
but could be
and games,
something.
yeah.
So the thing is this came from one of the recent hacks that Capcom got from the terabyte of hidden company data. You know, remember like Capcom got hacked a little while ago?
Yeah.
So this is all the information that came from that, which obviously, could be moved or, could be even fake. But either way, I had hope. I don't know if it's still going to happen. It kind of sounds like
I
it
mean,
probably
I would
won't.
love a Dragon's Dogma 2. That would be fantastic. Or
Yeah.
a Power Stone remake, that'd be great too.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that there's a Final Fight remake, Power Stone remake, or Captain Commando remake on here is just crazy in and of itself, and a new Onimusha. But it sounds like these could honestly just be like collections. That's more than that's. I think that's more than possible.
That's more likely. But it would be
Yeah,
nice to have a Power Stone collection not on the PSP.
yeah, yes. Not locked on the PSP. So I guess with
Not
that,
in PSP jail.
Yeah.
other than Power Stone, did anyone have anything else on this list they wanted to talk about particularly?
Real quick,
Yeah, I want to
before-
shit on the fact they put Darkstalkers 1.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why? Darkstalkers 1 was a shithole. Darkstalkers 1 did so many things
What are we
oddly
shitting
that
on
the
again?
later ones just
Oh,
did
that's
like
on
10
the
times
list. Yeah.
better.
Fuck.
Darkstalkers 1.
So
Like,
like,
why Darkstalkers 1?
it's
Yeah,
because
I
it
don't
It didn't
started
even
the
do
Darkstalkers.
anything like.
It's the same. It's the same reason they put like Street Fighter 2 Vanilla. Like, no
Yeah.
one gave a shit about Street Fighter 2 Vanilla. It's just because it's a stand-in for all the other Street Fighters. So yeah, I mean, I don't agree
Yeah,
with
I
those picks,
guess.
but I think they just wanted to. They wanted to signal that like, yeah, we care about Darkstalkers. We're just gonna put one because we don't
Yeah.
have any. We don't know any better to put the other ones.
Yeah. And KOF 13 over like
98,
I don't
yeah,
know,
or 2002,
98
yeah,
or 2002. Yeah,
yeah.
what?
So
Hello?
with that,
Yep.
I mean, with the logic of history, obviously they should put KOF 94. You know what I mean? It kind of
Yeah, but
it's
this
strange.
isn't history, right? That's what I'm thinking.
That's
It's not
just-
actually like history.
This is objectively that they're saying KOF 13 is the best KOF.
Yeah,
Which
this is just like some intern or something was like, guys,
it's just someone's personal list.
these are my favorite fighting games.
They're like, yo,
And then Watch Mojo's like, all right,
was-
cool. Here's your
It's
list.
like, all right, we don't know enough about fighting games. Ship it. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I get it.
Yeah, it's the same way they did the anime stuff early.
But nah, I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
I get it. I some of the games on the list, I see where they're coming from. Other ones I don't agree with. Other ones I'm like, why did you pick that game in the franchise? But
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Smash
I
Ultimate,
said-
I still think deserves number 1.
I think it should be SF2, but you know, yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why we wanted to talk about the list was that neither one was going to
Yeah.
agree.
But think about like all the crazy shit that
Like, I'm still mad
Smash Ultimate
Soul Calibur
brought.
wasn't even on this list, right? I'm kind of
no,
mad
Soul
about
Calibur
that.
6 is here.
Soul Calibur 6 was on the list.
Six
It's
was
number
on there?
7.
It should have been 2, but okay.
Oh wow.
I mean, it should have been Soul Calibur 2, yeah.
No, but
Oh, I thought you were
What?
saying it should be number 2, and I was like,
no,
what?
no, it should have been Soul Calibur 2. Should have been Soul Calibur 2.
So with that, what is your top 5 favorite fighting game?
Bro,
Not most influential.
yeah, I don't know. Can we skip that one? We'll do another segment on that another time. 'cause
All right, yeah.
yeah.
We're
I
taking
think
up some time.
that's another like we've already spent like 15 minutes on this.
Yeah,
and I thought it was
So
only
I
gonna be
mean,
like
we
5.
spent plenty of time on other stuff too. Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that could be a whole really good segment discussion. So
yeah, maybe we could save that for the next time you're on the podcast, August.
Yep.
I think you have drill next weekend, right?
might do, yeah.
Okay.
Should we cover Moon Knight?
Yeah,
We
if we
skipped
want to do it real
over
quick.
Moon Knight. We
Yep,
skipped
we did.
over Moon Knight, so
I guess let's skip the Snoop Dogg bundle because
All I wanted to say was
Okay.
that, like, man, like we've gotten to the age of just like, it's not even like property cameos into games now. It's just celebrity cameos into games now, which is like, I feel like we've reached a new level of meta. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. It's probably a bad
I
thing.
feel like we already reached that when Ninja was put into Fortnite.
Was Ninja already in Fortnite? Oh god, that's cringe.
Yeah, Ninja was added to Fortnite.
Oh jeez, I thought it was just like characters still. Oh, yuck.
can I ask you guys some
Yeah.
like an honest question about this?
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
anybody
what's up?
actually give a fuck about Snoop Dogg?
I mean, he's cool.
Snoop Lion? No.
No, listen.
Snoop
listen,
Dogg, yes.
Listen. Snoop Dogg puts his name on something. You're like,
Yes.
ooh, I'm interested in that. Other than music.
I
I
mean,
mean, someone's gonna buy the Snoop.
I
Dogg
think
skin?
it's fun. I think he's just having fun.
Some nerd did their market research and was like, people will pay money for this.
You realize
Because, like, Snoop Dogg's a gamer.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
He smokes weed and plays video games. Those are like the two things
yeah,
he's known for
Yeah,
now.
like the
He
time
doesn't
he
make music
streamed.
anymore,
he loves to
um,
hate Call of Duty.
very often, but yeah.
Yeah, he streamed
Uh,
and left his stream on for 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, probably got a
cool.
bunch of subs too.
Um.
Dude, so I just wonder if he went to them or they went to him. I want to know how this like Snoop Dogg Call of Duty skin thing
They went
happened.
to him.
I don't know. He could have just been like, "Hey, yo, call up Call of Duty one day. Let's make this happen."
Yeah, but August, you
Me,
gotta realize
unlikely to
Snoop
me.
Yeah.
Dogg will do anything for money.
Yeah, I
But
don't
like,
think
that's
Snoop
what I'm
Dogg
saying,
really
like,
cares.
I could low key see it being like on paper it looks like they're paying him, but I could just see it that like he pay like because at what point do you get like celebrities who just pay them like pay the company to put skins of them in the game? Because like I could totally see it getting to that one point where like they make it look like it's just like oh it's a sponsorship, but like low key like Elon Musk went to Call of Duty and he's like, listen, I want to be in Call of Duty. How much to make that happen? You know what I mean? So I wonder who was more interested, the Call of Duty or the Snoop Dogg?
Yeah,
Call of Duty.
I'm just done with celebrities and like
Yeah.
any kind of endorsement for video games. I think it's
It just
lame.
seems so
It's
cheesy. Like
weird.
I just saw the whole like Wu-Tang and Fortnite thing, and like even that kind of makes me cringe because I'm like, yeah, like I know Fortnite isn't for kids anymore, even though I don't play it. But like at the same time, it just like, you know who cares about Wu-Tang? 30-year-olds or older.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just it's like I'm just imagining like people my age or fucking older or like boomer people my age or older are just sitting around playing Fortnite and be like, yo,
Wu-Tang
woo,
Clan
we
ain't
need this
nothing to
Wu-Tang
fuck
skin.
with.
And they're just fucking playing Fortnite with their like 13-year-old nephew down the street. And it's like, fuck, goddamn.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, it's a little cringe.
I'm
Like,
just
because you know,
done.
the youngins don't care about the Wu-Tang anymore. So it's like, eek.
Dude,
It's a little
fuck
cringe.
anything that has like a celebrity in it or a rapper trying to sell you a video game when you know they don't play that shit, or if they do, they don't actually play it that well or at
They
all.
do. It's still cringe.
Yeah, it's
Just
cringe.
it's never not gonna be cringe. It's like the Drake or the Travis Scott skin, or there may not be a Drake skin, but there's definitely a Travis Scott skin because of the Travis Scott concert.
Did,
And it's
did
just
anybody
like,
I
really
mean, there's
buy the
there's an
Travis Scott
Ariana
merch?
Grande skin.
yes, a ton of people bought the Ariana Grande skin.
What
And
the-
it's like, I don't know. It like for me it would be like it would be fun for one day, and then you just realize that you're just literally walking marketing, and I would start to feel very cringe.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you guys wanted to get into Moon Knight?
Yeah, let's do Moon Knight.
Sure, let's do
Let's
it.
bang through Netflix
Uh,
because no one else will.
so when are you guys start? I really need to pee, and I'll be right back. But you guys can start, and I'll
Oh.
think about what I'm gonna say. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Be right back.
So I'll let you go first, Quintessence, please, because I had preformed my opinion a while ago, and it's pretty strong.
Okay.
So I'll let you go.
Okay. So, Moon Knight starts off fairly strong, I felt. However, they have strongly deviated from the comics. Very strongly deviated from the comics.
Yep.
And it makes me very concerned for the show as a whole because I don't really know where they can take things. Like for example, they removed Gina and they removed Frenchie and they removed Marlene. And instead they rolled all three of those characters into one new character, Layla. And so she kind of like does the role of the love interest, the kind of like techie person, and the person who like goes on missions with Moon Knight. So we have a really weird what the hell? Oh, okay. So we have like a really weird dynamic going on, and the show's messy. The show's really messy. It has a lot of downtime. I still enjoy it, I think, but some episodes I just get really bored.
Okay. So following up on that, episodes 1 and 2, I absolutely loved. Loved, loved, loved. If they
They
could
were
have
good
stayed with the
episodes.
same vibe as episode 2, the entire show, I would have been so happy. Episodes 3 and 4, oh my god, I am bored to tears. I have been bored to tears. I want to stick my head in a hole and just forget
Yo,
and
Night and Brace.
reimagine the
What's up, man?
show as it would have been like if episode 2 had just kind of continued and he'd just been doing fucking cool shenanigans like Batman around the city in his cool costume.
Mhm.
No, it just hasn't been interesting. I don't know what vibe they were going for. Like, if they were trying to go for like, we'll do an ancient Egyptian set of themed episodes, then like pick a clearly successful kind of muse and kind of take inspiration from that. Like, so if you want to do like mummy style episodes, like pick inspiration from the mummy. You know what the mummy has? Humor. Those episodes were so dry and humor free. I felt like I was watching something that wasn't the Marvel Universe. It was like, what is this entirely boring show? Um, and yeah, I liked 4 better than 3. Because at least there was some action. There was a little shit happened that wasn't totally boring, but my goodness, like I wouldn't even wanted a Moon Knight movie the way this show has been going so far. Like just
Yeah,
entirely
it's
forgettable. In terms of 3 and 4, like it just
I
some of the most boring Marvel television I've seen.
it's yeah, it's really just boring, isn't it?
It's
I
so
I thought it
boring.
was
I it's
going crazy when I was like, episode 1 and 2 are just fun.
Yeah,
And then episode 3 and 4 hit and you're like, what's going on anymore?
put me to sleep. My goodness, I was hella bored.
Do we really have to talk in this like room for
Yeah,
what was it? It was like 8 minutes of them
yeah,
just sitting like and he's like, "Oh, that's so gross. There's like some blood on the thing." And then they talked about that for like another 5
yeah.
minutes and I was like,
Oh my
"Oh my
god,
god, episode 4. Are you for
Oscar Isaac's
real?"
British accent. I'm starting to hate it. My god, I mean, I knew it was bad, but it's annoying bad now.
It's interesting. It's
Yeah,
definitely interesting.
it's a choice, and I don't
But
like it.
so like it doesn't so
I don't even
they've
care.
changed some of his
I
personalities.
haven't watched a Moon Knight comic. I don't care. As someone outside of watching a Moon Knight comic, because I like other comics. I've read Print Marvel. I haven't watched a Moon Knight. So at the outside perspective, it's just
Okay,
boring. I
Mm.
don't
that's fair.
care. It's just boring.
That's
And
fair.
that's its biggest sin. Like I had
As
more fun
someone
watching.
who's actually read some Moon Knight, I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm literally lost. Like in the comic, Stephen Grant is a personality of Moon Knight, right? But he's like an entrepreneur, like successful businessman in New York. And instead, we're in like England or whatever, and Stephen Grant's a
Indiana Jones
weird,
knockoff. Yeah.
awkward knockoff of every other awkward, weird character who's just super into like Egyptian stuff.
Yep.
And I'm
Right.
just like, where did this Stephen Grant come from? Because
Oh, I
it's
don't know.
not the Stephen Grant from Moon Knight, that's for sure. Completely different.
Yeah, as I said, I don't mind that they don't follow the comics in the
Yeah.
MCU. That doesn't always bug me. What does bug me is when you make the sin of just not being interesting. And that's Moon Knight's biggest sin. Like it's only 6 episodes. Literally 2 episodes, a third of the show is just boring as shit and just forgettable. Like I
So
had more
far,
fun
yeah.
watching I had more fun watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier than this because at least the plot kept moving.
I still haven't
Um,
finished Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I got
it's
so bored with
it's
that.
dumb, but like
I
again, at
got
least the
so
plot, at least
bored.
the plot moves in a consistent pace in a consistent direction the entire time. This has just been I am falling asleep.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is
it's
Harold's
bouncing all
plan?
over the place.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like, please,
introducing all of these new elements that literally can't pay off in the time that they have left.
yeah. Like if this had been a 9-episode show, I'd be more hopeful for it. But like as a 6-episode show,
I think it would
bro,
need like 12 with the
I'm
pace they're taking.
I'm about ready to throw it away. I'm like, I don't understand how this show can come back in 2 episodes.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
I don't
so
know.
boring.
You know, it's
But
funny.
as a comic fan, I hate it. As
Yeah.
a casual watcher, like if I detach myself from the comic fandom and just like take it as its own show, it's just boring.
It's so boring. It's so boring. I wouldn't even want a movie. I would
Yeah,
just
I
be like,
wouldn't
don't even
either.
make a Moon Knight. Anything.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny, guys?
we would just end up with another Dark World.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, what's up?
What?
Oh,
What?
this is my favorite Marvel TV show, guys. I really like it. It's
Really?
yeah, it's my favorite Marvel TV show.
You're
Sorry.
dead serious right
I'm
now?
dead serious.
Okay, I was making sure you weren't being sarcastic.
No, I'm fucking serious. I'm super serious. I really do mean that.
Oh, okay.
I really like it.
Hawkeye was fun.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
No, I really like it. I like the show.
I don't understand, but okay.
I think it's
Alright.
fun. I like the dynamic of the characters. I enjoy Ethan Hawke. I think I like the multiple personalities, and they're kind of building a love triangle around his wife, and that dynamic that's building, and I'm interested to see how his personalities kind of, start to manifest after a while. And I want to see how they kind of bring this back and sort of like learn to be more cohesive as like a character.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Well,
no,
they've been hinting at his third personality
yeah, which I thought personally, I
very,
think
very, very strongly,
my
and I think I know who it is, but whatever.
a part of me
It's
thinks thought it was Khonshu that was kind of just taking over.
well, nah. Like okay, so in the comic, right?
Mhm.
You have Stephen Grant, you have Mark Spector,
Yep.
you have a third one, and then you have Moon Knight himself, which is basically Khonshu
Yeah.
or like the will of Khonshu.
Mhm.
And so usually there's like a balance between all of them. Oh well, there's also Mr. Knight, but he's like a little off. He's like the so the
The
because
suit
he's been
costume?
completely excluded.
Mhm.
Yeah, so in the episode where he has like the white like suit,
Yep.
Yep.
they're like, "Oh, put on the suit," right? Well, that was Mr. Knight's suit. And traditionally, the Mr. Knight personality would interface with people because it's the most like socially evolved of all of his personalities
Mhm.
and like great at like manipulating people and talking through things and stuff like that. But instead, it seems like with the show, what they did is they just rolled the Mr. Knight into Stephen Grant, which was a very odd choice with how like neurotic, I guess they made Stephen Grant.
Mhm.
But also, the Moon Knight personality doesn't exist
No,
either.
it's just the
S-
costume. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the costume. It and like Mark or whatever is wielding it. So like they've made like just a bunch of really weird choices that I don't know how they can keep things going with all of the things they have excluded. Like
Right.
key parts of Moon Knight are just
Or just missing.
gone. Yeah, they're just missing. It's
I mean,
ironic because he's fractured and the show's fractured.
Yeah,
Right.
as I said, I'm not surprised that they changed things from the comic.
It's like a whole
What
different thing.
I am surprised
That's the
about is that
problem.
like, what is it adding up to? Nothing interesting.
That
Like,
you
Well, I
give
know
mean,
me a
of.
like,
show that's not boring, and they
Also,
haven't
no,
done that.
the Egyptian stuff is interesting.
yeah.
I will say that.
But
I
it should
First of
be
enjoy
all,
the
more
Egyptian
August,
stuff.
right.
I have a criticism of your opinion on the
Yeah.
and that is like, why are you looking for something in this show that exists in another media? Like, why are you taking the mummy as like, I don't get that. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
Well, it seems like August wanted something
he just
more
wanted the mummy. That's
action
really what
comedy.
that's really what he
No,
Yeah, he
wants.
no.
So
just
that's
wanted he
Again,
wanted
go
that
more
watch
is
the
a
mummy.
action.
successful. That is a successful piece of media that marries kind of the allure and mysticism and kind of cool atmosphere of Egyptology with kind of a successful and kind of moving plot.
You're talking about a
Is
rare
it like
series though.
when you're creating anything, let alone media, like, you look at successful examples of people that have done things similar to you. A
Hmm.
lot of times you take inspiration from them. And again, I said I just didn't find what they did interesting. And if they'd taken more influences of the Mummy, from the Mummy, I think it would have been it would have kind of sold a lot harder, or would have been
Mhm.
a lot more resonant in terms of just being a fun little misadventure in Egypt.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I just wasn't. It just wasn't. There's nothing about it that stuck out to me as cool.
well, you said, like, changes and stuff are fine in Moonlight, and that's, like, expected, right? What we
Um,
have right now basically is just Moon Knight in look and name.
yeah,
Mm.
but I mean
We don't it's
that's
not Moon Knight. It could
that's
be
the
named, like,
MCU. Yeah,
anything else.
but
Like,
I mean that's what I'm saying. Like at the in at the
it's its own
that's,
entity
yeah, but I mean I'm not really
with
surprised by that though.
loose, extremely well, usually
They're
there's more
closer. Usually they're
ties than
closer.
that. They're
But
closer. Yeah,
I
exactly,
mean
but this
there have been
time
times Marvel has like super deviated from the comics before.
yeah,
So I
but
mean
for, like,
honestly,
a
I'm not.
base origin, like, for, like, an actual understandable, like,
Yeah.
when you're, like, trying to tell, like, a massive story with, like, a bunch of characters and you have to,
Yeah.
like, work them all together, right?
Yeah.
But, like, for
I would
example,
argue.
with, like, Iron Man,
Yeah.
there was some deviations with Iron Man's origin, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would.
However, they kept it mostly Iron Man.
Yeah, but I would argue with a lesser known character, you have the most ability to change things and experiment. Um, Again, my biggest
That's
complaint
true.
though is none of the things they change. I mean, yeah, all the things they change seem to make explaining the character simpler, which I get. From a storytelling point of view, you want something you can explain to your audience simply.
But it
Um,
also neuters the character.
well, in that same vein, like, you want the complexity and interestingness to come out of what you decide to do with the character, and they just haven't decided to do anything with the character. Like, this show would have been better with a bunch more flashbacks explaining kind of like what happened, like, pre Stephen Grant personality. Or like, if they told the story like non-linear order, where like you're explaining Mark's story and you're explaining Steven's story and then it comes together in the middle, I would have been way more invested than where I am now. Because
Yeah.
I don't care about Steven. He's just kind of a blank personality.
I think he's
The
an
way they've written
annoying
him.
personality.
Even the show kind of gives him that. Like,
God
he
damn.
has no skills other than knowing Egyptology. He's annoying, he's whiny, and like he's just kind of bland. Uh and like, again, if they found a better way to write him, or if they at least like tried to break up the monotony of his character by like having flashbacks with him as Mark, so you got to see like two sides of Moon Knight, that would be cool. But the way that we're only getting things from Steven's perspective, yeah, I'm just not interested. Like, I would like to see the competent operator that is Mark more than I want to see Stephen Grant at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Well, I mean, seems like they're doing kind of like so like it started out with like, Steven having his little episodes and then like, oh, passing out in quotes basically, and then things happened, right? and then they repeat the same thing only with Mark to like indicate there's another personality like
Mhm.
in Steven.
Right.
It just seems lazy. Why do the exact same thing?
Again, like that made sense to me because they're just trying to hint that there's more going on, but like the story so far hasn't been interesting, and
Yeah.
that's my biggest problem. I loved I loved how it started, how it's going. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it at all.
Right.
So like, did you want more action? Because like after
Yeah,
I
I mean,
formed
I
my
want
own
more
opinion,
action.
I ended up like looking at like what other people were saying,
Mhm.
and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I just want more action."
Yeah,
But
yeah, a big part of it would be more action. But if you're not going to
I
give me
don't think it
action,
needs more action.
if you're not going to give me more action, give me more drama in the sense of that like I want to know the character better. I want to know how he would act in certain situations. I want to know more about Mark because honestly, I don't know enough about him right now. I would, as I said, that's why I would love more flashbacks when you get like a Mark story. Like
Well, they're essentially
if one
trying
of
to
the
balance
episodes,
3 characters right now, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
if
Because they
one of
have
the
to
episodes
balance
had
his
just,
personalities
but they have
plus
an
like
hour to
side
do it. Like
characters.
they could have run more than they could have run an A, B, and a C story, or at least an A and a
Yeah.
B
I mean,
story.
they
But
could
they're
have
just running
cut
one
out
story.
pointless shit. Like, they could have
Yeah,
cut out over half of Steven's scenes, and he still would have been the same neurotic, crazy character.
there's a lot they could have done,
Mm.
and
And I don't know.
Either way,
I don't know how it's gonna end. I I'm totally lost. I don't know what they can do to right the ship in quotes.
I'm hopeful
I th-
that they'll stick the landing.
I think the show will probably be fine.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna lean into the more zany side of Moon Knight based on the ending of episode 4, but I don't know. I don't know if they could stick the landing. I think they would need another season bare
yeah,
minimum.
I'd agree. I'd agree. This 6 episodes is not enough content to like flesh
Yeah.
out the story enough where it's
Cuz they're
actually
going to introduce that third personality. It's
yeah.
going to happen this season.
Hmm.
Yep.
And I'm not of course I'm not going to like spoil like what it is or who it is, but it's going to happen. Like third personality's going to manifest, and that's just how it's going to be. It's probably going to end on that. So
Um.
that's it. I don't know. It
So far, I recommend it, but maybe it sounds like wait until the show is done before you start
Agree with
watching it.
that. I would agree with that statement.
And if you're a
If you
fan of the comics, don't expect anything even close to the comics. The
Yeah.
villain's completely different, the main character's completely different, the setting's completely different. Like it's Moon Knight in name and look only.
But who knows?
It's not Moon.
Maybe they could
It's
turn it
not
all
Moon Knight.
around. But yeah, I
They
mean,
can't. Haro's Haro's not even man.
all right. Well, what do you guys say? Does anyone have anything else they want to say about Moon Knight before we move
as I
on?
said, I've been bored with it, but I'm hopeful that they at least stick the landing halfway. But I have been bored with it as of late.
Right.
Hopeful I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, I'll also finish it.
Big same. Uh, so I guess with that, do you guys want to move on to Netflix or Ezra Miller?
Let's do the L of the week. And we'll start with the Netflix, and then we'll finish out with the Ezra Miller stuff.
All right, guys. I guess we can move on to the. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me try that again.
Oh, this has gone a lot longer than I thought we would.
Let's move
Yeah,
on
man, we've been
to
moving.
the
That's what I'm saying,
L of the week.
we got sucked in. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
wait. You said you had a voice changer effect.
I
You
did.
got to throw that on there.
I did.
Oh, I'll try it again. It didn't echo enough.
It won't. No, it's fine. I'm not doing it again.
I have to
One
go
more
in like
time.
10 minutes.
I was talking when you did it. I want to hear it
It
again.
doesn't matter. Anyway, you
No!
listen to it later. Anyway,
I have
Netflix.
to go in 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes. Let's go. So, Netflix. What do you guys think? Netflix having that a little
Netflix is
wait.
being fucking stupid.
Is Netflix the new blockbuster? News at 11. No. Very sad, bro. They've lost like 20,000 subscribers in the first 3 months of this year. They're taking massive L's in their market cap. I think they lost some amount of billion. I can't remember. They
Their
canceled.
stock lost 36% in one
Yup.
day. It
Yup.
tumbled.
Yup. They're about to start an ad-supported plan, so people. I don't know if anyone's going to cancel right based on that, but I know a lot of people aren't happy. What they will probably
I
cancel
know
over
some people
is,
that are canceling on it.
yeah, what they will definitely cancel over is when supposedly they're going to start cracking down on password sharing in the fall. So like any passwords that are like outside your normal IP range, they'll probably start being like, hey, you have to start paying money or you can't have that anymore. That's all fucked up. Like especially if you pay for an account, like you pay for three devices, and your parents live down the street and you live up the street and you can no longer share anymore. That's all fucked up.
That's
So
literally my scenario.
yep. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of whack going forward if they continue the way they continue. And for me, honestly, the biggest sign of the imminent collapse of Netflix was looking at their cancellation list for the past season because they like trotted out like I think 15 new shows and kept like 3. So if that doesn't tell you anything about how unsustainable their current practices are, I don't know what does. Like I
I'm
don't.
just getting burned out on watching a Netflix show and then finding out it's canceled.
Everyone is, but that's the whole
Like,
problem. They'll start a show and then they cancel it within one season. They don't finish it. They don't have any eye
yeah.
towards making content that people are going to want to stick around for. Like if you're going to
But here
cancel a
comes
show,
Stranger Things.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're willing to blow like 20 million an episode on Stranger Things, but Lord forbid they give your the one season show they greenlit like a 3 episode wrap up or something like that. Like for
Yeah,
me, any of these shows they're canceling, they should at least give like a 3 episode wrap up. But honestly, I think they just have terrible expectations. Like if something isn't the next Squid Game or Stranger Things for them, they don't want it, and that's not how you make sustainable TV that people want to come back to. Most of the
Yep.
most popular shows ever, especially from the network TV days, took at least out past their first season to build popularity. So yeah, I just think they have super unrealistic expectations, and they're playing the short term game instead of building for the long term. But I mean,
I-
that's just my opinion.
I
boy,
think
boy, did Will Smith give him a nice out on Bright 2, though.
Oh, yes, he did. I mean, it was
They're like,
probably
holy
Not the
never
shit, we
Bright
can
happening.
cancel this
franchise.
easy, dude.
It was probably never happening, but boy, did they get lucky that they could change the narrative and blame him on that one.
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
super easy.
By the way, guys, just real quick, the market value plummeted 50 billion.
Nice.
And
I knew it was in the bees.
let's Oh yeah, also I kind of think that Netflix is going to wind up just doing what they have been doing and just invest in importing TV shows that are already good and established.
But the thing is that they
Maybe.
can't keep the rights to any of those. So like when that show disappears after a couple years, and because whoever owns it starts its own network, then I mean that's one more subscriber they might have lost if that's their favorite show. I mean Netflix had it right in that they were the first to realize you need to make your own programming if you want to be successful. Where they had it wrong is they didn't figure out that like in order to do that, you need to have the creative control to be like, listen, we might not love this, but we're at least going to pay for you to wrap it up. Like you don't leave a show unfinished. Like you don't leave like one season throwaways. Like you don't just leave like you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where like you have to give audiences some closure if you want to even have something resembling a catalog.
Right.
And that's not what Netflix is doing. Like they've been way too hands off, or just unsmart about how they've been spending their money, in terms of not delivering at least enough show for people to be like, okay, well maybe this didn't get 2 seasons, but I got 1.5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they lost 200,000 subscribers last
They
quarter.
earned every loss.
Yep.
Quintessence, you got any other input you want to add to this one, or before
No,
we
Netflix is
wrap
just
up?
pissing me off, man.
Yeah.
Netflix sucks.
Yeah, man.
They just haven't been smart
I
lately.
consider just like ending my subscription to Netflix because I
Yeah.
watch a show, I enjoy the show, I hear
And
it
then
gets
you're
canceled, and then
yeah.
I just get sad.
Well, so another thing that I think
On
Netflix
repeat.
another thing Netflix should have stealth given up, because I think everyone has realized it late to the game but them, because they started it and they started it and they don't want to give up, is that they have to give up the release the full season at once model. You don't have enough content being made to sustain that. Someone will binge all of your content in a weekend, and then your next big show comes out in 3 months. That's not sustainable. No one's gonna wait around 3 months for your next big show. Like, you
Yeah.
have to, like, you might be able to release 2 episodes at once or half a season at once, but I mean, this whole season at once shit's got to stop. Like, you don't have enough money or content to be doing that. And it's just making it so it's the same thing with like DLC and video games. Like, people just burn through it too quick and then they get pissy that there's no more content. It's like, yeah, it's because you released it all at once.
Yeah.
And I guess with that we can start to wrap up here.
Close
Netflix needs
out.
to go to at least, if not a weekly release model, then at least like a half season release model. That's
I mean, that's how
much
they're
it's
doing
out.
anime. Like, they grabbed Comey and they released 1 episode of Comey
Hmm.
per week,
Yeah.
and people
And
loved it.
I don't know why people haven't. I don't know why Netflix hasn't just admitted they got the whole binge thing kind of wrong and just decided to switch on the rest of them. Because again, if they want to talk about sustained content, like releasing your shit over a longer period, it's gonna do that for you.
Also,
Right.
stop treating Stranger Things as like this golden child. It's
Agreed.
fine, but it's been on a heavy decline.
I liked season 3. Season 3 was my favorite, but
Heavy decline.
I disagree. Season 3 was my favorite, but
Could play some Benny Hill music while they're running around in the Russian base.
season
Quintessence,
3 was my favorite.
Yeah.
where can people find you?
Wait,
Find
we
me
didn't think about Ezra
over
Miller.
on twitch.tv/QuintessenceHD, where I stream the video games. Mostly League of Legends lately, but I also stream Tekken and variety in general.
We've run out of time already.
Yeah, we ran out of time, bud.
We have.
And okay. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and of course Twitch. With that, guys,
You're not gonna ask me where you can find me?
August, where can people find you?
Sleeping on Matt's couch during his stream.
Oh my god.
Perfect. There you go, guys.
No,
I'm sure he loved that.
Catch August next Friday on my stream, on sleeping on my bed. And with that, guys, I hope you have a good week, and we'll see you next time. Peace out, y'all.
Later.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.